Hey guys, Psychandrus here, and unfortunately it's a bit rainy here at the moment, so you might hear background rain hitting off the roof. Now, because where I have my review station set up, it's actually a galvanized metal roof, so you probably hear it worse maybe on the audio. So this is a quick video review for the WWE Mattel Zombies line, and it's the Rock figure. So I'm going to go quickly into the packaging. So it's very similar with what we see with all the other figures. It has this kind of chamber style packaging on the outer case for the blister card. Each one of them had kind of slightly unique blister cards, but the packaging itself remained the same. So it had like the zombie logo, which had like timber with zombies written on it, image of the character in the corner, and then the name of the character on the right hand corner. Flipping the box around, you got to see the rest of the characters in the wave. Now, something I'm really super excited for is that at the recent Toy Fair from New York 2017, they actually showcased that there's going to be possibly a second wave of zombie figures coming out. And I asked Mattel about it, and I think they said it was going to be around June, July-ish when they're going to be hitting. So I can't wait. I hope they don't get cancelled in the meantime, but I do hope they come out. So for the figure lineup, you got Cena, Triple H, Undertaker, Brian Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Paige, and Roman Reigns. Now the only three I don't have so far is the Brian Wyatt, Paige, and Roman Reigns. I probably will pick them up. Oh, and Undertaker. I don't have Undertaker actually, so there's four I don't have. The only reason, well, I'm going to pick these up eventually because they're actually going on clearance now at the moment. So they've originally came out at €20 over here. Now they dropped down to 7 at the moment. So I'm going to probably try and pick up the ones that I'm missing, even though there are guys that wasn't too pushed on getting. But for doing some customization, I think I might pick them up. So there's a brief bio for Zombie Rock. The Rock is zombified, usually known as the People's Champ. The Rock, with his barely visible eyebrow and hunger for flesh, can now be called the People's Chomp. And then you got all the barcode, legalese stuff, and website links and stuff like that at the bottom of the box. So that aside, onto the figure. Now I will stress that before I get into the figure, I have actually done some more slight customization, like I did with the Dean Ambrose figure before I reviewed them. So stuff like this, extra blood splatters and stuff like that, I've actually painted on myself. I just used a bit of Tamiya clear red and just brushed it on, wiped it off with a bit of tissue, and just to make it look a bit more gruesome looking. But the actual sculpt wise, for gruesomeness, he is pretty cool. He has like this big chunk taken out of the back of his calf on his leg. What's interesting is if you actually pull up the knee pad a slight bit there, it's a bit tight to do, but you can actually see it actually kind of carries all the way over around onto the front of his leg. His right arm is all kind of chewed up and torn and ripped and stuff. His left arm isn't as much, but I added extra paint, blood kind of paint apps to it, and it still retains his big Samoan tribal tattoo, which is really cool looking. They did a great job on the paint apps or the tribal tattoos, and he has another tattoo here, but it's all ripped up because of the tear on his arm. And then he has his head sculpt, which is cool. Now the pinky flesh tone in his eye, on his left eye, is pretty much what the normal flesh tone looks like without the paint apps, and then I kind of went over with the red. So the red here and the red underneath is all added in, but he does have these really cool eyes. You can see his one eyebrow, and he has like this big chunk taken out of his head, which is that kind of pinkish skin tone, but pinkish paint apps, but I went over with the red again. Articulation wise, he has a ball jointed head. He has ball jointed shoulders and can go out that much. He has single jointed elbow and a wrist swivel with a in-out movement on the wrist. So he has extra articulation on the wrist, and then he has an upper bicep swivel as well. It does look a little weird with this arm because of the tattoo. Will put the tattoo a bit off, but it doesn't look too bad overall. Then he has a waist swivel. Again, with these, they kind of look a bit off if you're doing the waist on him because the way the cut is, it basically just looks a bit off. And then he has kind of basic T-crotch style waist with just a swivel joint, so it goes forwards and backwards. goes back quite a bit, goes forward about that much. Single jointed knees, Um, what's cool about or you can't do the splits with his with the cross section. I think there's a couple of different lines in the figure, in the WWE lines. Some figures are called the Elite figures, which have even more articulation than the standard ones. These are based on the standard figures. Then he also has an upper boot cut, so just where his boot meets his where the boot meets the skin tone is has a swivel cut on it. And the only problem is with his sculpting for this, it just makes his leg look really off when you swivel it because of the way the sculpting goes through that cut. But most people probably wouldn't be using that cut. And then he has single jointed, has like a forward and back on the ankle. I don't think he has rockers, even though it looks like his leg is slightly obscured to the side. He doesn't actually have the rockers. But overall, he's a really cool figure. Just for scale, I have, who do I have of one of my Predator figures? I'll bring in my Lost Tribe Borg Predator figure. So he would be pretty good for 7-inch scale figures. In fact, I have another 7-inch scale figure that I can bring in, which is this is my custom painted Shredder figure. So the Rock actually stands taller than him. Actually, I'm not sure. Is the Shredder basically a 6-inch? I'm not sure if Shredder's actually a 6-inch figure. He might be, because he's actually smaller than the Planet of the Apes figure. Here's Cornelius, and as you can see, the Rock still stands a little bit taller than him. But if I was to bring in the Shredder, Shredder's actually knocking everyone over because of Shredder's cape. Shredder actually stands a little bit smaller than them. But anyway, in any case, the Rock figure is more kind of in scale to 7-inch lines than 6-inch lines. So there you go, guys. Just a quick video review of the Rock. As I said in my videos before, if you like my videos, click like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, and feel free to comment on the video section below. Or in the comment section below, I should say. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review.